Hello world, boyfriend back with another pickup video, and as always, we got a lot to get to, so let's get to it. It should come as no surprise that it's going to be a lot of Super Nintendo stuff. I've been so focused on that complete Super Nintendo set. That's pretty much all I've been looking for. That being said, there is a couple things that's not Super Nintendo, but it's like 98% is Super Nintendo. We're going to start with some cases that my buddy gave me. Lewis from Frank & Sons, I've mentioned him a million times before. Guy always hooks me up. One of my best gaming buds. He hooked me up with these awesome Super Nintendo cases. So I got Donkey Kong Country here, and so it's you know, the universal game cases. I've put the game inside. Star Fox, all right. Samurai Showdown, and Earthworm Jim. So pretty cool. These are actually very high quality ones. Whatever the print is on side is it's a great resolution, and it's on kind of a fancy paper. So that's awesome. Eventually one day I would love to have, and I will have, a whole complete set of the universal cases. I think these look great. They store great. I mean, come on, how sexy is that when you put them side by side? It's a spicy meatball. So I got those. Now let's dip into the box. Oh, goodies. All right, might as well start with this guy. Oh my gosh, actually, I didn't even organize these. Okay, usually I organize them. I'm gonna have to try and do my best. What's gonna be my creme de la creme? Oh my goodness. You know what? Maybe I'll save this for creme de la creme. Okay, so before we get to Super Nintendo, let's start with Sega Genesis. Only one, but it's one I've been looking for, and that is Pirates of Dark Water. Now, this came out on the Sega Genesis and the Super Nintendo. However, both of them are completely different. The Super Nintendo version is a beat 'em up, whereas this one is more of like a action platform RPG type game, but it's pretty fun. I played the first couple of levels of it. Which, by the way, if you don't know, I am out of the one console challenge now, so I can play whatever the heck I want. I'm no longer restricted to just Sega Genesis games, so I have been playing the crap out of anything and everything I can. But this is fun. I actually might get back to this and try and beat it. I love this show. So underrated. And I wish they would have finished it. Anyway, I digress. People were asking, when am I going to get back to getting Nintendo Powers? I know. Nintendo Powers are getting all expensive now. I used to get awesome deals on them, and now you just don't get it that much. I did find one Nintendo Power, and that is courtesy of Eric Tribou. Eric Tribou, wherever you are out there in the world, thank you very much. What was once yours has found its way to me, and thank you for that. That is volume 95 with Blast Core on the cover. I hope you can see that. And it's great. Got to get a new case for it, though. It pulls right out, but it is complete with the poster and the inserts and all that jazz, so excited about that. I now have 98 Nintendo Powers left to get. 98, if you're keeping track on those. Okie dokie. Super Nintendo games. Let's try and blow through these. Okay, so I got quite a bit, but that's because I am getting to the more common games now. So while it might seem like I have more quantity-wise, I don't know if the quality is necessarily there because, like I said, I'm getting the cheapy sports titles, the common titles. You'll see a lot of that. So let's start with some of those. I completed another subset, and that is the Madden games. And all I needed was Madden 98, so I now have that. Madden 98. This one, unfortunately, NBA Showdown, is a repeat. I was going on kind of a sports kick one day, and I was like, I was looking for all the best labels. Somehow this slipped past the defenses, and I picked it up. I didn't even realize I already own it. So I have another copy of NBA Showdown. I will compare labels and see which one I will keep. Okay, what about this one? Here, we got a golfing one. True Golf Classics. I don't even know how to pronounce this. YLA? Any golf aficionados out there that know how to pronounce that. Wile. I just keep saying the same thing. I don't even know if that's right. Yeah, golf game. Gotta love those. Here we go. See, extra innings. Now, there's a guy on the YouTubes by the name of SNES Drunk. He recommends this game. I believe this is kind of cartoony in nature. It looks pretty fun. Of course, he always recommends those one of the Ken Griffey Jr. Super Nintendo games, but I know this makes his list of like top 5 baseball games for the Super Nintendo. So when it comes to sports games, right now at least, I'm trying to get a lot of the ones affiliated with certain sports stars. So for example, Nolan Ryan's baseball. Got that, Nolan Ryan's baseball, and I apologize, I haven't really played any of these sports games. I apologize. Here's another NBA one, NBA Give and Go. So yeah, not much to say about that. Here's a sports game. What is this? Tony Miola's Sidekick Soccer. I don't know, who's Tony Miola? Is that a big soccer star in the 90s? I don't know, but there's his video game, Tony Miola's Sidekick Soccer. And I think the last sports... Oh, no. We got George Foreman's KO Boxing. George Foreman's KO Boxing. You know what bugs me about this cart? It doesn't have a name on the top label. What is up with that? Why would they not do that? That's stupid, and it always bothers me because, especially when you go to a place that has the games all stacked, you know, like this, you never know what that game is. Well, I suppose you do if you know George Foreman's KO Boxing is the only one that doesn't do it that way. Okay. Anyway, last sports game, almost, pretty much, and that is Super Soccer Champ. Now, this is a Taito game, and it's a soccer game. Typically with the sports games on the Super Nintendo, soccer games tend to be the ones that cost a little bit more, a little bit harder to find, and being it's a Taito release, I figured better snag those up. You know, I can always get the regular soccer games, or you know, like Madden games are a lot easier to find. Okay, on to the regular games. Pitfall, Mayan Adventure. The only reason I got this, I haven't played it, but my buddy says he's a pro at this. So I picked it up because I'm going to test his skills, see if he's telling the truth. Oh my gosh, it's so hard because I didn't put this how I normally do. Word Triss. This was just on my list of kind of uncommon games that I need to pick up. It's not rare. I don't know, maybe. I guess it's kind of uncommon, but it's very cheap, so I picked it up. Let's do this one. Okay, Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Now this is funny because it's based on the movie Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, and it kind of chronicles Bruce Lee's life. It's a fighting game, so you just kind of fight famous fights from Bruce Lee's career. And yeah, I'm not a big fighting game guy, so I don't have much to say about that. Let's see here. This one. Flashback, Quest for Identity. Now, I thought this was going to be more like Out of This World. It totally isn't. It's like Pitfall, right? Or not Pitfall, Prince of Persia. That's the game I'm thinking of. It's kind of plays like that. So I was a little bit disappointed by that because I love Out of This World. I think it's the same company that made it. It has similar elements, but the core gameplay is more in line with like Prince of Persia. Okay, so here's a couple. I got another subset completion coming up. Let's see if you can figure it out before I get there. Gods, that's a like platformer, not very good. And The Great Waldo Search. Now, what's important about that is it completes the letter G. I now have all the games that start with the letter G. Subset complete. Hurrah! Okay, now we're getting to the better stuff. Here's a recent pickup. Mickey's Ultimate Challenge. Puzzle game, and I believe the last Mickey Mouse game I needed. There's Magical Quest, Mickey Mania, the Great Circus Mystery. Is there any more? So this might be another subset complete. I believe it is, as far as the Mickey Mouse games. Magic Boy. this was kind of interesting. I might dip my toe back in this game if I get a chance. It's kind of like, reminds me of almost Bubble Bobble, like Bubble Bobble. You're a magic boy, and you have to kind of capture these like monsters or something with your magic wand. So it's kind of like Bubble Bobble. I don't know a better way to explain it, and of course I only played it for about 5 minutes. So there we go. This one is a hard one to find, so if you're going for a complete Super Nintendo set, look out for this one. Bassin's Black Bass. So this is a fishing game, obviously, but it's very hard to come by, and I think this is the first time I've ever even seen it in real life, but it's been on my list forever, so I'm happy to get it. But has anyone played it? It's a fishing game. You know what? How good can it be? I don't know why it's so rare. Must have been a late release or something. Okay, so this one I got with the manual, and it's one I've been looking to knock off for a while, and that is Looney Tunes B-Ball. So this is pretty sweet little Looney Tunes basketball game, and it is of the Looney Tunes game subset, of which there's quite a few. This would be the most uncommon of those games, so I was excited to find that. And Looney Tunes B-Ball, for me, I can never find with a good label. Never find it with a good label. This is the best label I've found. It's pretty much perfect. It looks like there's a tiny bit of fading on the top, but otherwise it looks great, and the color's great on the front. So it was the best I've ever seen it. I decided to pick it up. It seems like it's getting harder to come by. And then of course I found the manual, so that's cool. Okay, we got Exertainment Mountain Bike Rally. Now, if you know, this is a very strange game, as it works with probably the weirdest peripheral for the Super Nintendo, and that's the is it the Life Fitness like workout bike or exertainment bike. I don't know what the name was, but it was like a spinning bike, a workout bike. It had 2 games that worked for it: Mountain Bike Rally and Speed Racer. And then of course there's the famous combo cart that's worth a ton of money that I will probably never own. But this game is kind of hard to come by. It's terrible, and it's a bike racing game, so yeah. But gotta have them all, right? Okay, getting down to it. So this was one that I just had put off getting forever. You see it all the time, but I actually saw this one for a good price, so I finally decided to knock it off the old list. Completes another subset, and that is all the Final Fantasy games. The last one I needed was Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is made to be kind of an introductory RPG for anyone who's never played an RPG. Very simplistic, and that's all I got to say about that. Okay, down to the final 5. Let's start with this one. This is another one that I had put off getting for a long time, and then I realized, like, oh crap, I'm not seeing this very much anymore, and it's going up in price. I better nab it while I can. I found a great copy. It's Rock and Roll Racing. So what's cool about this is one of the few games that you can use the multi-tap for, so you can have some 4-player action. How cool is that? Rock and Roll Racing, which plays kind of like the off-road games, you know, where it's like a isometric angle. It's fun. It's fun. Everybody talks about it, so look it up. And then another one going up in price. What's up with this? Get this if you find it. Brawl Brothers. So this one I had the manual for, and now I have the cart. Standard beat 'em up. Super Nintendo's full of beat 'em ups. And I don't know what's so special about this. I tell you one thing, the levels seem really long, and I was playing it by myself. You know, most beat 'em ups are best enjoyed playing alongside someone because they're so monotonous and repetitive. You kind of want someone there to join in on the fun of just beating the crap out of guys, right? But Brawl Brothers, yeah, really. I like the sprites though. It's colorful. It looks good. So you know, maybe I got to get some 2-player action on this and see. I don't know if it is even 2 players. Sometimes they are, you know what I mean? Okie dokie. Oh man, I played this game. Realm. So this is another uncommon one, and I'm trying to remember. I played it so long ago. How do I explain it? I think it's kind of like a run and gun Contra type style game. I honestly cannot, for the life of me, remember. But anyway, it's one of those kind of hard to find games. It's a little faded, but oh, I got this from along with Brawl Brothers and this next game that I'm gonna show from Lewis as well. I got it when I got the cases from him. So thank you, Lewis, for that. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember if any of those other ones I got from some people. Ooh. Well, anyway, thank you, Lewis. And then the last thing I got from Lewis, and another subset complete. I now have all the Atlas titles, and the last one I needed was Blazion. Blazion. So I'm getting down there for shooters. There's not much I need left. A couple of more heavy hitters. I think I need Supernova and Imperium, but I don't know if there's much beyond that. Oh, well, there's a couple of cheapy ones. Anyway, Blazion was one I'd been looking for. Last Atlas title. And only one more game left, and it is a Super Nintendo game. However, it is not a licensed Super Nintendo game. It is actually a hack, and that is going to be my creme de la creme for today, and it's actually amazing. I have played this game all the way through. I've beaten it. I have nothing but praise for it, and if you ever find it, pick it up. It is a worthy addition to anyone's collection, and that is Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. So I also got it with one of these fancy cases, and actually I got this off of Instagram. I want to say I think I got it from Metal Slugger and Instagram. If you guys are looking to collect, that's the new place to go, man. I mean, it kicks the crap out of Craigslist, in my opinion, because Craigslist only covers your like local area. Instagram is like, if you find the people that are selling, it's like the whole, wherever you are, the whole United States where I am, you know what I mean? And it's great. I'm having a lot of fun, and people usually have good prices. It's not eBay prices, it's not Amazon prices, it's not crazy. A lot of people work deals with you if you want. So Instagram, you gotta seek it out. I wish I could point you in the direction of a few names. Actually, I can. My buddy Lewis, who I get those games from, he does claim sales all the time. Metal Slugger, who I got this from, does claim sales. Start there, and then just, you know, I'm sure you can find more on forums and stuff. But back to the game at hand, Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. Of course, I was disappointed when I was a kid when I played Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island to find it was like a completely different game. I wanted more Super Mario World action. And so I had heard about this game forever ago, and I finally got a chance to pick it up. And it's awesome. It takes all the sprites and everything from Super Mario World and makes basically a sequel game. It doesn't really add anything new per se, but some of the level designs are just ingenious, and it's not like Super Mario Maker where it's like crazy level designs. It really does try and like ramp up the difficulty as it would in a normal game. You know, the first world's pretty easy. Second world starts introducing some new stuff, but some of the levels I love is like they make one level where the timer is, instead of, you know, being like 500 seconds, it's only 100 seconds. So you basically have to speed run through the whole level, and there's bullet bills shooting at you the whole time. It was really fun. There's some of the puzzle levels, like the ghost houses, is great. There's one where your Mario is off screen the entire time, and you have to kind of figure out how to guide him through off screen. Which I thought that level was really great. Anyway, it was really fun, really well designed. It's one of the more popular hacks out there. If you ever get a chance, pick it up. Super Mario World Return to Dinosaur Land. That's all I got. I blabbed enough and I'm done blabbing. I just needed to get this stuff in a pickup video so I could finally put it away. Thanks for watching. Boyfriend out.